Welcome to Bible Class for Kids. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been surprised by Jesus or God? Has something good happened in your life and you know it was God and you were so astonished that you just couldn't believe it, but you did? That's faith in the wonder of God, but it's not big faith. Big faith is when you keep going knowing that Jesus will be there for you. That's our lesson today, number 16 in the Miracles of Jesus. It's about big faith, the big faith of two blind men. This lesson is combined with the Creative Page Papercraft, and you can download this printable at BibleClassForKids.com. I'm going to show you how to prepare the Creative Page for your students and how to assemble the page in your class time. The download, comes with the two-page lesson, the illustrated instructions, and the labels. It is inexpensive and you can keep it in your library to use again and again. We have just finished number 15, Jesus Raises Jairus' Daughter to Life. It was such a wonderful, cute page. Today we're going to do number 16, Jesus Heals Two Blind Men, and it makes a little tent. Kids just love the manipulation of these pages. So let's get started. You want to print your labels on the paper that you would like to print it on. I'm using white today. You're going to need an additional 3x6 scrap of paper or a color that matches your base page. Our base page will be cut into a 6x6 today. So let's cut our base page. And using a 12 by 12 sheet, there is enough for 4 students' bases. Next, we're going to cut our coordinating paper into a 3 by 6 inch rectangle. Now we're going to take our 3 by 6 rectangle and we're going to score it at 2 and at 4 inches. Then we're going to place adhesive on one end. Now, if you're using printed paper, you can decide which side that you would like to use, just like we decide which side we'd like to use on our base. Now, I'm going to put my double stick tape as close to the score line as you can get it, and in my case I'm covering up that label. I did not realize it was there. And now we're going to work on our labels. Our labels will have adhesive except for the memory verse card. Before we cut our labels, I want to show you the dimensionals. These dimensionals, they are a foam that is a thick foam. There's also a different type that you just purchase, or you can purchase it in a roll, and it's foam tape. And we're going to be using a foam dimensional on our page today. However, if you do not have the foam tape, you can take two pieces of cardboard and stick them together and put double-sided tape on both sides, and that will be your dimension. But I'll show you how to do that when we get to that portion. But now let's cut out our labels and apply our adhesive on the back. After cutting your labels apart, that creates your kit, your base page, your rectangle, and your labels. So let me show you how to assemble your kit. You're going to decide which side you'd like on your base page. Now, if you'll notice, I kind of seem to pick flowery things because I'm a girl. Don't forget your guys. Guys like more brownish colors, more neutral colors, darker colors, red. Boys love red. And so when you pick your papers, tend to think as well a girl and a boy as you create your pages. But let's go on. Okay, so next we've got our rectangle. We're going to start on the reverse side, and we're going to fold it down, and then we're going to fold the bottom portion down. What this does is it makes a triangle. And we're going to place that triangle about an inch or inch and a half. You have to make sure when it's closed that it does not hang off the edge of the page. So anywhere in the middle where it's not hanging off is fine. And we're going to stick that on. And now you can see as our triangle is beginning to form our little tent. But we want to put our Miracles of Jesus title label right on top of our tent. And now we're going to work with our story title label. This is the one that we're going to put on dimensionals. I'm going to show you with this simple strip of paper how you can also make a dimensional by just folding a square. I want to make that less than the title label. And then I'm going to put a little adhesive on one side. And I'm just simply going to fold that together, and it makes a space that our label will set on. When you place it on your page, it creates that space for that tent to lock onto. But now I'm going to put double-sided tape on the bottom of our spacer. And I'm going to take our label and I'm going to put it on the bottom on the reverse side. I want to make sure that I leave enough space in between from this edge to this edge. I'm going to place my spacer on top of the label. Then I'm going to put my label at the bottom edge in the center of my tent. And that raises that label just enough to catch that tent. Now let's apply our last labels. Of course, there is no right or wrong way to apply these labels. You've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So I'm going to start with, in this space, I'm going to put Matthew 9:27-31. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to put the key verse on top, the main characters in the middle, and the words to live by on this last section. Now make sure when you place your labels, place them below the fold line, or at this point, do not cover your fold lines or it will not fold properly. And there we have our tent. May have to score that a little bit to hold it up. And that completes our page today. Our next creative page is number 17, and it's fun. Watch this. Is that not amazing? We will do number 17 next. I hope you will join us for that one. Even though it looks a little complicated, it's not. We give you a template and where to score these lines. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you join us for number 17.